Day 19, floss tube. Happy day 19 of Flossmas. Let's check out what we've got inside today's package. Day 19's floss, tea bun. Beautiful light brown. And yesterday's floss was called cheesecake. I know mine is showing up a little bit more pink in the camera than it is in real. Cheesecake was a hand-painted, variegated, and I know that we had a couple of dye lots where some were a little more pink and some were a little lighter pink into the variegation. So we're going to have some mixed results on our fabric. You can tell it's a very, very, very light floss, the stitching that I did for day 19. And if you're not happy with how much it's popping off your fabric, you can always go over it with an extra thread or pick one of your other colors from the pack. It was intended to be a light floss, and today's color was also intended to be another lighter color in the mix. And then we are going to be adding in those bright pops today, as well as tea bun, which is our new color of the day. We are also going to be adding in some Rudolph. We are going backwards in our floss pack to our Rudolph red, and there's going to be some Rudolph stitching added into our band today. And yes, if you hadn't guessed already, this band that we're working in now is like a little mini sampler in this area here. So we're going to be adding in some color. Let me bring you in close because I just wanted to show you so that you don't think you're the only one who ever makes mistakes on your stitching. Those dog's legs, this is why my needle is still in my stitching here. See? When it's close up, and in this light, in this camera, you can see it a little bit more. If I take it into a different room with different lighting, it doesn't show up as well. But I like it. I like that kind of tone on tone, sort of pale ghost stitches that you might find in an old-fashioned sampler. But look at my dog's legs. They are one stitch too short. They should have, they should be 3 stitches down and not 2. So I need to take those little dog legs out and restitch them. So anyway, if you had trouble counting for placement of the dog, just a reminder that you can always check the cards from previous stitching to get your numbers, and that might have helped you line up your dog a little more easily rather than just counting down from the top. And the top of the dog's tail lines up with the top of that band, the poinsettia band that's on top of the birds. So those 3 stitches of the dog's tail line up with the red band. That's the correct placement of the dog. All right, so moving on, time to put some tea bun stitches in and tell you a little bit about how tea bun got its name. I need to pull the 2 winners for the 2 batches of poinsettia floss that I had to give away. And just a reminder that these are not full skeins. These were partial leftover from the winding, the card winding that we did. So I used the YouTube random comment generator. I had 208 unique comments with the word poinsettia in your comment. And I'm very happy to let 2 people know. The first winner was Ron Martin. Congratulations, Ron. You are winner number 1. And winner number 2 is Stitching with Hoops. So congratulations, Stitching with Hoops. I'm not sure what your name is, but feel free, both of you, please give me an email, caroline@evertote.ca, and we can get out your little bundle of floss out to you. And I hope you enjoy it. Well, since I gave that floss away, I thought it might be fun to do another little floss giveaway. So I went into the leftover bin again, and I found some, we had a fair bit of leftover bell snickle. There was one of the hanks had a couple more knots than usual in it, so we ended up with a fair bit of leftover bell snickle, and I found a couple of Cindy Lou's, one partial on holiday, and a little bit of Polichinelle. So I thought what I would do is I'm going to divide this up into 4 different little giveaway bundles. So, and I will pair a couple of the leftover bell snickles with an accent color. So Cindy Lou with bell snickle. I've got 2, actually I've got 3 Cindy Lou's. Huh. So I think I've got 5 giveaways. I've either got 4 or 5. Anyways, just like with the poinsettia giveaway, just a couple of days from now, I'll give people a few days chance to watch this video and leave me a comment. I think I've got 4 or 5 sets. So another one with Cindy Lou, and there's another Cindy Lou there. And then I've got a couple with Polichinelle and a couple with on holiday. So it's just, you know, you could easily do a small or an ornament or anything like that. So yeah, I thought that would be fun. It's fun to give away these little bits of extras because, you know, there's nothing wrong with the floss. It's perfectly usable, good, gorgeous floss. We can't sell it as a full skein of floss. So, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So leave me a comment below. No catchword today, just leave me a comment. If you leave me a comment on today's video, you are automatically entered to be in the running for a little bit of floss sent your way. So yeah, 4 or 5 packs. And again, I will pull the winner in a couple of days. Today is Monday. I'll probably pull the winner by Wednesday. Or yeah, Wednesday evening. Or let's do Thursday. That'll give you a couple extra days. Thursday, I know it's a busy time of year for everybody. So on Thursday, I'll pull the winners. All right, so now I need to tell you about tea buns. So these are from Hannah. Hannah made these. She baked these. Hannah names most of our floss, and she'd come up with a few names for the flosses that we were getting ready to pack, well, card before we pack them. And today's floss was called tea bun. And I said, what the heck is a tea bun? And she said, you know, tea bun. You can get them at Tim Hortons. I said, no, you can't. So long story short, turns out that in Ontario, we would call this a scone. And in Eastern Canada, where Hannah is from, they call these buns, tea buns. It's just a scone. And it's got raisins in it. And she says they're best if you split them and warm them up and put a little bit of butter on them. So this one is clearly, since I've got my fingers all over it, this one is going to be my snack with coffee this afternoon. So lovely Hannah baked us a batch of tea buns today to celebrate day 19's floss. So I thought that was really fun. And she's even given me the recipe. So I'm going to include the recipe below. It will be in the drop-down box, and maybe you can try them yourself. Enjoy. Delicious. Delicious. That was excellent. So 10 out of 10. Highly recommend Hannah's recipe. It's in the drop-down box below. If you're a fan of scones, yum. Raisins and baked goods, 2 thumbs up. Of course, you could make them without the raisins, or you could put chocolate chips in them. Those wouldn't, I don't know. Chocolate chips? I don't know. So good. You could even add, like, you could make them a savory biscuit, like cheese scones. Yeah, those were really delicious. Yum. Enjoy. I hope you make them. And if you do, let us know. So it is already 3:15 in the afternoon. Had a really chock-a-block full day here at the workshop. We are trying to get everything wrapped up this week. We're shipping out Floss Club, shipping out the orders that are in the system, getting everything ready to go. So I better get back to it. I'm gonna get this video up on YouTube, loaded in for 7 p.m. this evening. I've got my countdown stitching to do this evening, And oh, I had a great time at my mom's yesterday. We had a wonderful time. It was so much fun, so relaxing, really, really great time. It was nice just to be together and have a really nice, special day. Both Sarah and I had a wonderful time. I did not get much stitching done yesterday, and I sort of knew I wouldn't, because I always find knitting a lot easier to do in situations like that, because if I just take really simple knitting, you know, round and round on a sock, I don't really have to concentrate too much on what I'm doing, and I can talk and enjoy the conversation and not have to worry about messing up my counting with stitching. So I actually got one full pattern repeat done on my second sock, and I left it at home. So I will share that with you tomorrow. I'll show you my progress on my second sock, but it's looking great. And it looks like Sarah is going to end up with that pair of socks, because she pointed out that she really liked them. And you know, when your kid looks at something that you're making and they are really complimentary about it and they genuinely seem to really like it, you know, chances are pretty good that you're going to end up giving it to them. So now I really need to maybe make a push. And though, you know what, she's not going to take them to Australia. It's too hot to wear wool socks in Australia at the moment. So maybe I'll give them to her when she gets back as a welcome home present. Anyway, so yeah, I'll leave it with that today. And I'll see you again tomorrow. So I hope that you're well, hope that you're safe, and I hope you've got lots of stitching to do tonight. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching.